So I realized in the previous video, yeah, I said I'd be talking about random stuff, basically just rambling on about random stuff. But I realized I didn't go very much into depth with that. I pretty much just talked about Destiny 2 at some point, like Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. Pretty much just started talking about that at some point. So here, let me explain exactly what it is. I've basically starting to do this because I haven't really been putting anything on the channel. Yes, I'm doing this so that there is at least something going up to add some sort of consistency to the channel. Pretty much. That's why I'm going to try to get these out at least 3 times a week. I've got the free time to at least do this if I want, so that's good. These are going to vary in length, the shortest probably being around 5 minutes, and I don't know exactly what the longest is going to be. I mean, it probably won't go for longer than 30 minutes, maybe an hour tops. I can't see myself talking about something for more than an hour. I mean, that being said, I'm probably recording multiple of these at a time. So, for all you know, I could have recorded 3 of them at the same time, basically. Talked about one thing for like 5 minutes, another thing for 15 minutes, and the other for 30 minutes. I mean, you know, that's just how it is with YouTube. Usually the videos that you see don't get put up the exact same day. I mean, a lot of my videos actually are put up the same day that they were recorded, though, simply because I recorded them because something happened while I was playing on PS4. You used the share function and basically just sent it. I mean, I did do some minor stuff to change up things in some of the videos, but most of the time I just pretty much took the raw share file and then just uploaded it to YouTube. I haven't really done very many of my videos with SHAREfactory. I mean, some of them have been made with SHAREfactory. And speaking of SHAREfactory, it's gotten quite a few updates since the last time I used it, so I can do some more interesting things later on if I want, so that's pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, basically I'm just going to be doing these things where I talk about something random, be it philosophy or something. I mean, I'm not going to talk about politics, though. Like, that's usually a great way to get tons of people mad at you for literally no reason. It's like, oh, I take this one political stance, and now literally 90% of everyone dislikes me for some random junk that I said. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that. How about no? If I wanted to be stoned, well, I mean, I suppose, you know how people get stoned, they smoke weed. But, you know, I'm talking about stones as in rocks, though. I casually do not feel like being showered with rocks. That seems like a pretty bad way to go. No thanks. No thanks. What was I saying? It seems talking about being stoned with rocks just really makes you wonder what you said. Hold on, let me go back and check exactly what I was talking about. Ah, yes, I've gone back and looked. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about random stuff. Yes, like games, movies, and as I said, not politics. Terrible idea. No one should really talk about politics unless they can. Like, if you're going to talk about politics and you're not a politician or like somebody on a radio show that, I mean, I don't know. But really, like, just avoid talking about it unless you can figure out some sort of way to talk about it without actually having an opinion that matters. Like, I mean, if you want to see a good example of how to talk about politics, in my subscriptions, um, let's see. I mean, I'm not sure how many times he actually talked about politics. Like, he talked about it a couple of times, I'm pretty sure, yes. Like, he talked about Trump. In my subscriptions, if you look, there's a channel called Don Somewhere Blog. Basically, I think it's blog or was it vlog? I mean, I don't know. It's just, I mean, you'll see it if you look to my subscriptions or just Don Somewhere and type that in. Specifically, because he's got 3 different channels: one for gaming, one for his regular stuff, and another for the his personal time videos, basically. I do recommend you give those a watch. They're pretty good, to be honest. And I don't seem to be the only one who has that opinion, but I'm of the opinion that Greg there is able to talk about politics without causing a complete garbage fire and people wanting to stone him with rocks when he walks outside. So that's pretty good. I don't think I can do that though. I'm just gonna not talk about politics because I don't want to be stoned to death. There's plenty of better ways to go than being stoned to death. As I'm sure plenty of people would agree. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. Just making videos where I ramble on about stuff. And you'll notice in the previous one there was screenshots, but I won't necessarily put screenshots in all of these because it's really more. It's just an audio thing. It's not really something that you're meant to sit at a screen and watch like my gaming videos. You're basically just listening. So I mean, you don't even need to use the TV if you wanted. If you're listening on a PS4, I guess. I don't really have the Xbox One or whatever they're using. I mean, pretty sure it's the One, and then the Xbox One X, whatever. I don't know if you can actually use headphones with that. I mean, you can with the PS4. I don't really have the Xbox, so I can't tell. But if you have the headphones and your system's still on, then you should be able to plug those in and listen if you wanted. Because, I mean, really, if you would watch this, you're just wasting power on your display. You can, just casually help the environment by not using your screen. It's as if you're really doing that much just by turning off your screen and listening to however long this video ends up being, because I haven't decided when to stop. I mean, originally, like, I could have just ended this at like 7 minutes, but I didn't feel like it, so I'm just gonna casually ramble on for a bit longer than that, even though I've already explained exactly what these are going to be. You know what? Actually, I don't think I am. I think we're just going to casually go ahead and end it here. Maybe. I mean, you'll know if I do, because you'll see that the video ended. I mean, you'll see the time before it. You know what? I'm going to talk about something for a bit longer. So, rather than doing this in a different video, because I don't really have that much to say about it, I'm going to go ahead and talk about a game that I played, Rain World. It's been around for quite a bit, indeed. Yes. I think it released. What was it? I don't quote me on this exactly, but I believe it was like March 28th of 2017. But basically, Rain World is a game where you play as a slug cat, and it's one of those games where you're basically dropped into the game, and it doesn't really tell you anything. Like, it gives you basic, it tells you the bare minimum of stuff that you need to know. Is like, this is how you move, this is how you eat, you can long jump basically, you can also climb stuff. It tells you the bare minimum of stuff you need to play the game, because it's one of those games where you're dropped in there and you're meant to figure everything out for yourself basically. And I think it's a pretty fun game, to be honest. Like, it's pretty great in the sense where you're dropped into a world and you have to figure everything out for yourself. It's kind of like being a child again. Because a child, they casually just end up in the world, and they basically know nothing. Like, they have to go around and ask all the adults who've been around for a long time. They're like, "What's this and what's that?" It's kind of like being a child again. To be honest, it's a pretty unique experience you get when you play Rain World right. You should, I mean, if you're gonna play the game, like, don't watch any guides or walkthroughs or anything. Just play the game, basically. That's how it was intended. You're not going to enjoy the game the way it was meant to be enjoyed if you actually look up anything on the game. It's like, seriously, if you're gonna play it, just play it basically. Like, look at the trailer and junk or whatever you're gonna look at, but don't look at a walkthrough. I mean, you can look. I mean, I suppose you can look at a bit of a walkthrough or play through the game, but then don't watch all the way to the ending. It's way better if you figure out how to do everything for yourself. And I mean, by the way, there is actually like a story. Like, it's not just like a game where you just keep roaming around. Like, there's an actual objective. The game doesn't tell you the objective. There's these little things that they basically show you where you should go. But I mean, the game doesn't exactly do a great job of screaming, "Hey, yo, my mans, this is where you need to go." I mean, I think it does. I can't remember. I haven't played the beginning of the game in a while. I think it does actually tell you is that you should follow the thing. that you should follow the yellow and blue thingy. I think it does actually tell you that. But yeah, when I played, I kind of got lost for a bit because I literally did not know anything about it. But I started playing it again recently, and been really enjoying it. I actually know what I'm supposed to do now. But that's going to be about it for me. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. See you guys in the next one. Or not. I mean, as far as I know, all the people that view this don't necessarily see the other one. Like, there could just be people who only watch this one and not the other one. So, you never really know how it is. And not to mention, with my, I think it's 18 subscribers I've got now, I mean, I'm not expecting all 18 of those people to watch the video, to be honest. Like, some of them are probably just, subscribed and they don't even, remember. I mean, then again, there's been several purges and they haven't been cleared out, so, I mean, I really don't know. Really don't know. Alright, yeah. Just, it's the end, so, see ya.